I realized I never made an intro for this video. So hello everybody, my name is Sydney. Today I'm taking you through a day in the life of TikTok, controlling my day of eating. If you haven't heard of TikTok, you're either above the age of 35 or you don't have the internet. TikTok is everywhere. What used to be Musical.ly, what used to be kind of Vine, I don't really know. I have it simply to scroll and waste a lot of time on it. But I thought it'd be fun to actually utilize it, find some cool, healthy, fun recipes that I could try to control my day of eating. And I say it that way because I love to have the same thing every single day. So this very much challenged me to have a little bit of fun with my diet, a little flexibility with my diet. If you could know me at all, I don't count macros, I don't count calories, I just eat to satiety, and I would call it intuitive eating. Years of practice, years of going through some not so intuitive lifestyles, and now I just feel like I just eat to eat, and I enjoy food so much. I never want to restrict myself. I kept it pretty healthy, and healthy is a term that anyone can use at any time for anything. So this is my interpretation of it. These are some fun, healthy recipes that hopefully inspire you to try something new and different in your diet, whether it's through TikTok or another source. When I filmed this, it was probably about a week ago. And let me tell you, a lot of these recipes I've honestly been taking into my real life because they're super easy to make, they're incredibly tasty, and they're healthy. And we love a good, easy, healthy, tasty, delicious recipe. I hope you guys enjoy it. Make sure to like this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and follow me on Instagram where I post every single day. Workout content, food content, all of the content for you guys. I think that's it. Let's just get rolling. Let's start the day out, okay? Voila, this is it. So I'm gonna let this sit in the fridge. Well, I'm actually going to a friend, so I'm gonna take this with me, let it sit out for maybe like an hour, a couple hours. I'm gonna top it with some almond butter because I don't have nuts here. And we're gonna taste it. So that's it. Super easy to make, really simple, obviously healthy. Oats are an awesome way to get your carbs in. They're slow burning. You have the banana for a little bit of sweetness, a little fast burning carb. I added protein in there because I added protein in there because I feel like the girl was lacking some protein in her oats, and I just needed to personalize. I have a busy day ahead of me. I work out, so I added some protein. So I'm gonna go to my friends before this thing keeps interrupting me. Okay, so this is the end results. It's been sitting for a couple hours now. The girl liked her oatmeal very thick, so that's apparently how I will be eating mine. But it looks pretty good. It smells pretty good. Here, you can say hi.
Hi, is this TikTok?
No, but we're eating from TikTok. I'm gonna give you guys my thoughts. Honestly, it's great.
Wow, yeah, it's good.
You can't, says the guy who doesn't eat oats. It's definitely thicker than what I normally like.
You like
Where's your thin? Yeah, you're lying.
That's all. I have nothing to say.
Essentially, I think the protein also made it a little bit thicker, but like I said, she should have added protein to begin with. That's more of a complete meal in my opinion. So I'm gonna eat this, hang out.
I do have something to say.
Okay.
Make sure you check out Lifespring Chiropractic on YouTube.
You should. This is meal number one. He's gonna make coffee. And now I'm gonna sit here and eat while he makes some food. And I'll check back in at lunchtime. Finally, it is lunchtime, y'all. Look at this. I put makeup on. I'm actually trying out a new foundation I got. I just figured, let's look a little bit cute today. Let's try a little bit harder today. So for lunch, I have this TikTok, and essentially it's a wrap with chicken. It's like a little Mediterranean. There is feta on it, and I don't eat feta cheese, so I just nixed it. Other than that, oh, I also like don't have wraps, but I have these cassava and chia seed tortillas from Siete. It requires chicken, tomatoes, cucumbers, bell pepper, hummus, one of my favorite things. I freaking love hummus. Balsamic vinegar, as well as some baby kale you put inside. I have all the ingredients. I'm gonna prep them, I'm gonna chop them, and I'm gonna show you the end result. I have my toaster oven warming up in the background. I'm gonna warm up the tortillas just a little bit to make them cooked through because the preparation says to heat on the griddle. I don't have a griddle, so I'm gonna just put them in the toaster oven. Honestly, I love a good wrap. I feel like they're very underestimated. This one excited me because I don't really go Mediterranean too often. I also don't eat wraps that often, but essentially they're just like a taco. Why not, you know? Why not? The oatmeal from this morning held me over really well. I loved it. I mean, it wasn't the exact recipe like I said, but all I had was chocolate protein. As a whole, I really only let it sit for a couple hours. It was great. I mean, it was thick, but it was delicious. And I'm just excited to try this. Oh, I also have basil. It's freaking cute, real ass basil. I don't ever keep basil around. I never have balsamic around. These are ingredients that I don't use that quite often. So I hope this encourages me. I hope it encourages me to like get a little crazier in the kitchen and start thinking something new. I also just want to show you guys that healthy recipes aren't complicated. I mean, these are a lot of ingredients, but you could honestly do this without the basil, without the balsamic, and it'd still be very delicious. That being said, let me start to assemble. I'm gonna show you guys that and then show you, of course, the end result and my thoughts on the flavor. Be back. Okay, it is taste test time. Well, let me say this, I'm posting it to the gram. I don't know if you saw I was making those, but I definitely forgot to add in the kale till the very end. I also forgot to add the olives, so I added those in on top. See them, yes. And my tortilla got a little bit hard, so it's not as pliable, but I think overall, these were the chicken was already cooked, but it took me 10 minutes to make. Smell incredible. I added the balsamic drizzle on top. They have just full of tons of color, tons of greens, good carbs, good sets of protein, your micronutrients, your macronutrients with chicken. You can always replace it with fish if you wanted to. You could also just replace it with extra beans or tofu. I don't personally love tofu, so I'm gonna go with chicken, the chicken route. And this is gonna be the first bite. I'm gonna try to get a really good bite for the first one. Wow. Honestly, it's so good. Oh my god, this is so good.
Who freaking knew?
I mean, I love all of these ingredients, so having them together only makes sense. The hummus that I got is one of my favorite hummuses. There's not a lot of ingredients. It's organic. They don't add any stabilizers or crazy things. The vegetables, like the tomato, red pepper, and cucumber, I've always been taught to salt them before it goes on the sandwich, so that was a pro move on my part. Killed it on this one. I would have never made this had I not seen it on TikTok. That's like the sad reality. I had a lot of the ingredients, or I eat a lot of the ingredients, but like putting them together, just never thought about it. The basil adds such a little good kiss of basil flavor. Highly recommend though, y'all. These are super easy. You don't have to use a tortilla like this. You can actually use a wrap, and you can wrap it up like a burrito, and that's probably easier to eat, but we're working with what we got. I also just like love olives, so any recipe that uses olives, I'm honestly in. If you don't like them, obviously omit them. You could do like an Asian wrap and do maybe like Thai basil, some garlic, some ginger, kind of go that realm. Yeah. I want to eat it so bad, so I'm gonna stop talking. Nailed it. It's about 2 p.m. right now. I might have a snack before dinner. If so, I don't really have anything picked out. I'm gonna let TikTok go do that for me. Otherwise, 10 out of 10. 10 out of freaking 10 on this recipe. Approved. Hello everybody. Okay, it is now dinner time, and the recipe I chose is pretty much like a salmon, gnocchi, greens, dinner. She had ingredients, but she didn't really have how she prepared it or the amounts used. So I'm kind of going off of what I visually saw, but essentially what you need for it is some fresh salmon. I got this one from Central Market. It's not farm raised, it is wild caught, which is what I aim for when I'm looking for salmon. I also got some baby kale. She used spinach, but I think that'll be just fine. Some Trader Joe's cauli gnocchi. Some tomatoes, some garlic. She used a pre-minced, so it inspired me to get this pre-minced garlic. Otherwise, I would just do it myself, but it wasn't that. I think this was like $3 for the whole thing, which is not that bad. And oil, salt, and pepper. What she did by starting was just essentially cooking the gnocchi first, because that is frozen. Then she put the spinach in. She did a little weird like combo, and it ended up not like making it the gnocchi super crunchy, which I like because I've made this before and I feel like it's better when it's crunchy. But I'm gonna do it my way, use the ingredients she provided, and see how it turns out. So first things first, I'm gonna cook the gnocchi. I'm gonna like show you guys what I'm doing, and then I'll show you the end product just like I did with the lunch. Robe life is on, the day is done. I'm making dinner. It is what it is. If you don't have a robe, I don't know how many videos I have to say, get a robe. Scene, let's cook. Let's cook. I'm excited. Update, it's been about 10 minutes or so, and the gnocchi are just starting to brown. The garlic's in there. I'm hoping it doesn't get burnt. I have my tomatoes cut up. I just salt and peppered my salmon. And that's it. It was pretty simple. I'm gonna let this go because I wanted to get a little bit more crunchy. I love like just, if you've never had the cauli gnocchi at Trader Joe's, you are not living. It's so good. Okay, last steps. This is the salmon. It's looking good. I think it's nice crispy skin underneath it. I don't tend to love to eat the skin, but She cooked it this way again, so I'm gonna cook it this way. I cut up some limes because I feel like limes or lemons is really good to go on salmon and fish. And we have our plate. So I'm just gonna make myself a plate and check in when that's done. Wow, this is a look. This is going on the internet. Anyways, I made my plate. It's looking good. It's honestly looking a little scarce. I would have probably eaten more than just this, but I mean, I have extra, so like, we'll see. We'll see if this fills me up. It smells incredible. The salmon is super fresh. The gnocchi, super garlicky. I'm gonna give you guys a little closer view. So the salmon, I mean, I kind of butchered it, but this is what we're looking at on the inside. And this is just covered and cooked on the stovetop. So it's looking nice and fresh and moist. And that's the gnocchi. So let's give it our first bite. If you guys saw, I added in some little red pepper flakes because I like it a little spicy, but that was not what she did. It was totally optional. Let me just take a bite of the gnocchi. Okay, so this is the bite. Delicious. I love that there's tomatoes in it. I obviously love the garlic. The gnocchi is amazing. The way I cooked it's a little bit more crispy. I mean, it's been sitting out for a little bit, but it's a little bit more crispy than what she cooked it as. So I recommend doing the gnocchi on its own, not even with the garlic, just to start on its own to get it super crispy, and then add in the veggies. And it's gonna take a little bit because it's going from frozen straight into the pan. So just give it some time. I'll just do it on a little bit and then just do the fish on its own, and then I'll add more lime. Didn't have any lime on it. I mean, in my opinion, it's really difficult to make this food bad because it's so simple. You can definitely overcook salmon. The veggies are pretty easy to make, but if you just take your time, it's gonna turn out great. And again, all three of the recipes have been extremely easy to make, which I think is awesome. And as someone who eats healthy a lot of the time, I pick these recipes because I don't always make salmon, I don't always make gnocchi, I don't always have Greek-inspired lunches, but they are lunches that push me to eat a little bit different and fun, because healthy does not equal boring. Healthy can be whatever you want it to be. You can add in different spices, different techniques, and they give you so many different kinds of outcomes and meals from it. Lime. Oh, honestly, lime. I just love acid, which I think is why I love like olives, limes, lemons, things like that. I'm not someone who watches my calories. I'm not someone who watches my macros. If you do, great. If not, I would say challenge yourself and do something fun. Maybe even just for one meal, like on a Friday night, and just make yourself a meal either from TikTok, inspiration from Pinterest. You get inspiration from me. I post a lot of recipes, or at least photos and videos of what I'm eating on my Instagram. So I hope that this sparks something in you to want to go, you know, just create something new, or just go through TikTok and scroll and get lost in it like I do a lot of the time. I'm gonna finish this. After this, I do have one more recipe because I have a major sweet tooth, and we're gonna make a TikTok healthified dessert. Last things last, people, is dessert. I picked something super simple only because I've literally seen it all over the internet. It requires two things: berries and a nut milk. I don't really have a nut milk, but I have a nut creamer. So I'm gonna use this. What you do, you put your berries in a bowl, really any frozen fruit you want. Okay, so I have blackberries, strawberries, blueberries. Really good. Hungry for dessert. Just pour a little bit of creamer on top. Just let it sit. Now, the claim is that it tastes just like ice cream. And they're really adamant that this tastes like ice cream. Let me tell you, I've had ice cream my day. One of my favorite flavors is strawberry ice cream. It's a bold statement to say this tastes like ice cream. Yet the entire internet, those who are creating this, are claiming this tastes like ice cream. I will be the judge of that. What you're gonna see is it's starting to freeze, which it is doing. And now I just try to coat everything, and I wait. And I coat all the berries, and then maybe like once they've defrosted a little bit, maybe in like 5 minutes, I try to like mash it up. Yay, the unveiling. Okay, everybody. What we have here are berries coated in the nut milk. It definitely froze. Oh, this one popped out, so let's just try it. Yo, it's not freaking bad. But I think it's a little bold to say this tastes just like ice cream. I think 1, it depends on the nut milk you're using. 2, depends on how ripe the berries you are getting. 3, this isn't ice cream. But if you're wanting a little sweet treat, which is I think the point they were trying to get across, abso-freaking-lutely. This, though, is not ice cream. Ice cream with bananas like that, I can believe. I mean, it tastes straight up like bananas, but like the texture of it, whatever. Honestly, the taste of this though, I think I like it better than banana ice creams or ice cream. I don't know why. I mean, it's good. It's good. It's good. It's gonna do the job. I feel satisfied.
But don't you dare.
Tell me a dessert is gonna taste like ice cream, because that's a bold statement, but it's delicious. That is it for the video, y'all. Having my dessert. It's the end of a long TikToking day, but I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and make sure to subscribe to my channel. You can also follow me on Instagram at Spin City, and as always, make sure to hit the notification bell so when I put out a new video, y'all know when that happens. You're the first to know. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to see more food videos, day in the life videos, you have any other challenges, I'll call it, for me to do, you can comment down below. Comment down below if you've seen these recipes, if you're gonna try them yourselves at home. And that's pretty much it. I think I'm done talking. Thank you so much, you guys. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.